All right, welcome back. Last time we talked about why you should start a YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how. How exactly do you start a YouTube channel? What are the steps? The real steps, nuts and bolts. How do I go from watching this video right here to having my own YouTube channel and having episodes live on the air? And we're going to talk about that today. So I'm Rick. Thanks for joining us here on Sportscasters Club. If you haven't subscribed, you know where to hit the button so you'll get notified of all of our videos. We focus primarily on sports broadcasters, but not only. So we also talk about career growth and different tools and different ways to make your life better, your professional life better. So let's talk today how to start a YouTube channel. And you'll see me glancing because I've got my notes. I never want to forget anything. And that's really step number one to starting a YouTube channel. Step number one is build your plan. Just like I did over here with my steps. I've got 5 steps. This is number one, build your plan. This is what I did at Sportscasters Club. I thought, who is my ideal audience? Who am I trying to reach? Who am I trying to educate? What questions do they have? What pain points? What problems do they have that I can solve? What do they need to learn? What do they want to learn? And these are things that help me focus my material on aspiring sportscasters. And we focus specifically on helping young professionals become better sportscasters and become better sports fans. So you could be 75, 80, 90 years old. If you want to become a better sports fan, I think you'll find a lot of value in my channel because that was really my focus. Helping people become a better sportscaster and helping people become better sports fans. And that's my focus. That's the first thing you should do. Start with your plan. Who is it you want to reach? Where's your expertise? What problems are you looking to help people solve? And that will help you focus. I think that's very important. I don't think you should try to be everything to everybody because then you'll be nothing to most people. Think about that. Very deep philosophical discussion, I know, but you want to try to focus it down and then you can always broaden it later. All the people that have had YouTube success for months and years say that focusing at the beginning is important and then broadening out as you go. That is possible as well, but not until you really focus and build your audience. So that's number one, build your plan. So if you want to pause the video, sit down and build that plan. Who am I trying to reach? What problems do they have? What pain points? What expertise can I impart to them to help them solve those problems? That's number one. And that's very important with the YouTube algorithm as well. Number two, this is, I think, the thing that holds people up. This is, I think, the roadblock. People say, yeah, I've got these ideas. I've got things I'm an expert in, or at least things that I like, things that are interesting to me, but I don't have any equipment. Don't let that be a roadblock for you. Honestly, you need very, very little equipment to start. So I'm going to tell you what I'm using right now, and I'm going to give you the equipment that you definitely need. And then I'm going to give you a few things that would be nice to have. But this is coming from a relative beginner. You can see my views here on this YouTube channel, and certainly I hope you've subscribed by now. If not, what are you waiting for? But you can see that I have not been broadcasting on YouTube for that long. I had an audio podcast for many years before that and still do. And then sportscastersclub.com, I've had for many years, more than a decade. A lot of the material there is now the foundation for what we do here on the YouTube channel. But I haven't been doing YouTube for that long. And that's particularly why I'm telling you that, because you don't have to feel like you are a technical whiz at the beginning. Let's talk about the equipment. The main things that you need for sure, number one, a camera. And in my case, in this video, I'm using my phone right here, right there. That's my phone, my iPhone. You've got a phone. I know you do. Everybody's got a phone. Use it as your camera to start. I think the picture's pretty good. It even makes me look all right, and that's not easy to do. So use your iPhone to start. That takes that problem right away, right there. You don't have to worry about fancy cameras. There are a lot of people that have great videos about fancy equipment. Let's talk about how you can start today with what you have. So number one, you need the camera. Use your phone. Start there. Number two, you need a Google and YouTube account. It's the same thing. You sign up for Google. That's also your sign in for YouTube. Boom, you've got that. And you probably already have that. If you watch a lot of videos on YouTube, you probably already have a sign in and a password. Once you sign in, you go up at the top right to create content, and that's how you log in. Okay? That's how you become a creator. Boom, you're a YouTuber. How about that? So you need that. What other equipment do you use? Well, I could use just the microphone that comes with the iPhone as I'm recording, but the sound quality is not the best. It's echoey. So what I'm using today is just a little lavalier mic that clips right here. You may have noticed it in the video. I just snake it underneath my sweater and it connects right up here to my phone. So it's a lavalier mic, which really helps my voice come across on the video. I think this microphone was like 10 or 15 bucks. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the description to this very microphone. So if you like the way it sounds, you can order it on Amazon. And by the way, I am an Amazon affiliate. So anything you order on Amazon, my books, any books, when you click on those links, I get probably like 0.25%, something like that. But just so you know, and I disclose that. So that's the microphone that I'm using. I didn't have to. I really could have just used the phone and that would have been enough. A phone and a YouTube account, boom. But the microphone is a nice to have. And as you progress, you'll want to have good microphone. I've got another one over there that I've got to set up with a big boom stand. But that's going to be for some different videos. We're going to talk about that another time too. What else is nice to have? Well, a computer is nice to have. You don't need it because you can do your video right on your iPhone and upload it right to YouTube from your iPhone. You could use iMovie to maybe trim the front and the back, the beginning and the end, and upload it right there. If you want, you could take a little snapshot on your phone, a screenshot, and create a thumbnail, add some text to it, boom, put it all right on YouTube from your phone. You can do that. I find that I like to transfer everything to my computer, my laptop, so then I'm able to work with a mouse. I like to use a mouse, and I like to work there. And then you can create thumbnails with Canva or other software that you like, and you can do editing if you'd like. Optional. Obviously, people do some great things on YouTube. You've probably noticed my videos are not very heavy on editing and fancy business, but I'm sure that'll progress as time goes. You can subscribe. You can download a free version of CapCut software. That's what I use, the free version. And you can see the videos that I've done. It's capable of doing that, and it doesn't cost a thing. So these are some nice to have things. And again, I'm going to put the link down below for the microphone. Also lights. I've got one light up here. It's just a very big bright light. I've got a lamp over here. Some lights in the back lighting my bookcase just to make it look nice. Make me look smart. But those are nice to have things. The computer, this microphone. What else did I write on my notes? There's Amazon talking to me. The boom stand. So I've got another microphone that's going to stand here. I've got a tripod. So that's important. There's a little tripod that's holding my iPhone. I don't need that for sure. I could have just stacked up some books, angled my iPhone, and it could record me. That would be fine. But if you want to take a step up, I think this tripod was on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description for this too. Again, I think it was like 15 bucks for this tripod, and I can stand. It goes really tall. So that's a nice to have, just to angle and just to keep your desk organized. So I've got this light, which I got on Amazon. It's all on Amazon. This tripod, and these are nice to have as you get going. And then I mentioned the editing software. But again, remember, no excuses. You can start with just your phone. Just your phone and a Google and YouTube account, and you can start a YouTube channel. These other things are all nice to have. If you have specific questions about the equipment, leave me a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll answer your questions. Okay, that's number 2. So we talked about building your plan, and we talked about what equipment you need. Let's talk about how to upload your first video for YouTube. All right, so I mentioned you have your account, you record it on your phone, you can transfer it right to YouTube through that account. It takes a while to process. You're going to answer a bunch of questions about, is this made for kids? Is anyone paying you for any product placement? You're going to put on your thumbnail, which it's all very self-explanatory. As I said, take a screenshot of your phone. As you see, I do some of mine that way, and just upload it. Very easy. You can get creative as you go, but you record it on your phone, transfer it. What I like to do is transfer it to my computer to edit it with CapCut quickly. Don't have to. And then you finish the description on YouTube Studio on your YouTube account, and then you press the button to publish. You press it. You press publish. And then boom, you've got an episode on YouTube. It's really not that difficult. It leads you right through it. If you have a hang up and you get to a point where you don't know what to do, leave me a comment. I'll answer your comments. There's also a lot of great content on YouTube about how to start a YouTube channel. And obviously the video I did last time was why to start a YouTube channel. Make sure to watch that one as well. I'll link to that one at the end of this one. Okay? So we've talked about the step-by-step of how to do it. I hope that makes sense. And then as you go, get more creative. Add more. Figure out what you like best. I started out on the phone. I still think this is a really good picture. I'm going to do more with a different camera, like a webcam, and some software that I'm going to use at some point. But to start out, this is just very easy and simple to me. And having them right on my phone, being able to upload it right to YouTube, and then I go over to my computer and finish the description. That's a way to do it. Or you send it over and do some editing. But as you go, you get more fancy. My thumbnails were pretty brutal at the beginning. And hopefully, 6 months from now, they're a lot better than they are now. You just learn. You just learn as you go. Canva is a great program for creating thumbnails. So that's another tip too. All right. And based on the questions you get from your audience or the comments, you start to learn what material resonates and what doesn't. I do some videos here. I do some playing pool. I've done videos sitting at different places around the house or outside or in the car or whatever. Just based on the feedback, based on the analytics that you can see on your YouTube studio, you start to realize what your audience likes. So that's important. And then you could just continue and you improve your craft and you get better. The number 5 tip for how to start your YouTube channel, it's so important. And I can tell you this as someone that's new. You've got to have fun and you've got to be patient, because you're not going to put out a video and then have 1,000 subscribers right away. And you're not going to qualify for AdSense and making money in the YouTube partner program right away. It's just not going to happen right away. Some people do it quicker than others. I have heard and I've seen videos of content creators that were monetized, which means they now get paid for ads that are played during their YouTube videos. I've seen some creators that say they've got monetized in 10 days. So it has happened. But the ones that I listen to a lot, and a lot of the really good YouTube creators that focus on helping others start their own YouTube channels, they say a more realistic path is to just assume it's going to take at least a year of making videos consistently and regularly before you're part of the YouTube Partner Program, where you get paid for ads that are placed in your videos. A year. And that's multiple videos a week for a year. Maybe will get you there. Might happen sooner. You never know. One of your videos goes viral and it happens sooner. But there are also some really good content creators that I watch in different areas that have been doing it 2-3 years and only now are just getting monetized. Just now finally getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So it could take a few years. But again, that goes back to the episode we did last time about starting with your why, having a reason why you're starting it. So for me, it's not all about the money. It's about those things we talked about in that last episode too. The money will be nice, yes, when I finally become monetized. But as you can see my watches, at the time of recording, I've got a long way to go. And so that's not the thing that gets me out of bed every day to make a video. So you've got to be patient. You've got to have fun. It's not going to happen overnight. The first few subscribers will take forever. But just to give you a little story about what happened with me, I was an audio podcaster, so I've got a lot of podcast audio episodes at sportscastersclub.com. And then I transferred a bunch of them to video, where it's just a static image and you can hear the radio program underneath, so you don't see anything. Not the best for YouTube content, but I put those out there a few years ago. And they're still there, and you can see them in the playlist here. And it had been a while since I looked at my YouTube studio. And I logged back in, and I had 23 subscribers that I put the videos on, had no subscribers. Basically went to sleep like Rip Van Winkle, woke up, and I had 23. That's pretty cool, and I wasn't putting out videos in the interim. The real magic happens when you're consistent and you put videos out there on a consistent schedule over weeks, months, and years. That's how the majority of YouTube content creators grow their channel. Okay, so it's not going to happen every day. It's not going to happen overnight, is what I'm trying to say. But you've got to enjoy what you're doing. And again, last time I talked about why. There are many reasons why, other than just making piles of money. And listen to that episode again. I'm going to link to it at the end of this one. So again, I hope this was a pretty clear overview for you to give you the idea that you could go out right now at the end of this video. Once you subscribe, once you hit like, leave me a comment, you can turn the phone off and you can start your YouTube channel today. First, you're going to build your plan. Second, you're going to take out your phone or your camera and some of those equipment items I mentioned, at the very least your phone, and you're going to start there. You can have a Google account, a YouTube account, same thing. So you're going to have all the equipment that you need. Number 3, you're going to upload your first video. And again, you can do it right off the phone, right to your Google YouTube Studio. That's another tip. That's an app you can download from the App Store, YouTube Studio. That's where you'll go to upload your videos. That's important. I'm glad you waited till the end because I mentioned that just because I forgot before. So YouTube Studio, you'll download that app. You record your video, upload it right there, boom. And then as you go, think about a mic like this one. Think about a tripod. Think about a light. Think about different cameras, whatever. Think about editing software. Maybe think about Canva or different ways to create nice thumbnails. But those are all things to do as you go. All right? You want to get more creative. That's the 4th step. See what other YouTubers are doing. Learn from them. Do what they're doing if that's what you like. And obviously listen to your audience. See what's working. See what content that you're putting out that they find great value in and do more of that. So that's number 4. And number 5, again, have fun. Be patient. It's going to take some time. You see how many subscribers I have. I'll give you periodic updates, but you can see it takes time. And you've got to have reasons other than subscriber count and monetization that's going to keep you broadcasting on YouTube, that's going to keep you coming here, putting out content for your audience. And that's how your audience is going to grow. So please reach out to me at sportscastersclub.com or here in the comments. Thank you for subscribing. If I left something out, if I wasn't clear, leave me a comment. I will answer it. And hopefully we'll all learn together as we progress. But I think you should start a YouTube channel. That's the bottom line. You should start one. Your reasons are going to be different than mine, but you should have reasons, and hopefully this gave you 5 concrete steps to use to start your YouTube channel today. So I'm Rick. Thanks for joining us, and I will catch you next time.